Good morning, Lynchburg City students. I'm back with you again. I'm Tristan Brown, and I'm here today to help you with some math SAT prep. If you've watched the intro video, you know that there's 4 different sections of problems we're going through. If you haven't, I do suggest you watch that video. But regardless, today we're going to look at a problem from the data analysis and problem solving section of the SAT. This section is much more interpretive than the other sections. I was backwards. It's problem solving and data analysis, but regardless, this section, more so than any of the other 3 sections, is much more it says analysis and topic, but you're quite literally, it usually gives you a table of data, and you look at that and you just decide some sort of a probability or statistic based off the data it gives you. This problem's a little different. It doesn't give us a table, but it's still going to be about the same. So the benefit of this type of problem is there's not very much math involved. Usually it's an addition or subtraction or something very minor, maybe multiplication would probably be the most complicated you would get in a type of problem like this. So the math isn't that hard. It's actually looking at it and seeing what we have and what the problem's asking for more than any difficult type of math. So just like last time, I'm going to read the problem, read the solutions. I'm going to give you a slight break before I start going through the problem for you to try to solve it or get an idea of how we're going to solve this problem. And then we'll go through and make sure we got the right answer, do some small explaining why, and that'll be it for the day. All right, so, and if you remember from last time also, these headlines are color-coded based on what College Board said the perceived difficulty of the problem is. So this would be an intermediate problem. Just for reference. So that being said, let's get to the problem. It says, at a primate reserve, the mean age of all male primates is 15 years, and the mean age of all female primates is 19 years. Which of the following must be true about the mean age M of the combined groups of male and female primates at the primate reserve? And then it says our answer choice is that M, which is the mean, equals 17. B, M is greater than 17. C, M is less than 17, and D, 15 is less than M, which is less than 19. All right, so now that we've went through that, I'm going to give you just a few seconds to think about the problem. If you want to solve this out on your own time, I would suggest pausing the video right now. And you can solve the problem and then just hit play again whenever you're ready and see if you got the right answer on your own. But if you're not sure, that's okay. I'm going to give you these next couple seconds just to think about the problem, and then I'll go through it with you. All right, so I'm hoping after that time you got a thought of it. So again, there's not a ton of math, but just to write down what's important is always good in word problems. So our male primates average age is 15 years. I don't want to use M because they used M for the mean, so I'll use A. So A equals, and A is the average age of males, is 15. Again, it does lag a little bit, but at least it does on my screen. Maybe it shows up fine when you watch the recording. I hope it does. That's always one of these curious things with these videos is how it turns out. And then for the females, the average age was 19 years. All right, and then the problem asks for the combined mean of both male and female. All right, so I know it's everyone's first instinct. Anytime it says mean, you combine all of the data you're given, you divide it by the number of pieces you have, and you get your number, and that's the mean. And that's great in problems that you can do this. And that's what this problem wants you to do. If you look at the answer choices, you can see we get M equals 17, M is greater than 17, or M is less than 17 for our top 3 options. If we were to take the mean between 15 and 19, you would get 17. So that's what the problem wants you to do. However, for us to have been able to get a number of 17, there has to be the same amount of male primates as there are female primates. And if we read through the problem, it doesn't ever tell us what number of male primates we have or the number of female primates. So we can't actually take a true mean based off the problem because we don't know the full scale of the data. So the only thing it gives us is the average age of males and the average age of females, but not how they got that average. So the only correct thing we can do is select this one because it says the problem. It says which must be true. It is possible. Any of these three are possible. And it's even, well, it has to be one of the three. But we don't know which of the three it is. If we had a lot more males than we had females, then it would be less than 17, or the opposite case would be greater than. And then, like I said earlier, if they were equal amounts, you would get this. But we don't know. So all we can say is that it has to be between the 15 and 19, since those are the two averages we have. So we're going to scroll to the next slide. And if I did all that right, it looks like I did, we do get this correct answer is 15 is less than the mean, which is less than 19. And why, again, this is going to go through most of the stuff I had mentioned earlier in the video. But our average for the males was 15 years old, our average was the females was 19. M, our variable, was the mean, and was the mean of all primates. And my little tip is that since we didn't have a number of males or females, that we just couldn't take a specific number for the mean, which would have, of course, been ideal, but we just don't know with the data it gave us. So we can just find a range of the means. We can't actually find the mean. And so that's all I have for this video. If you struggle with this type of problem, of course, it's a video. You can watch it as many times as you need to until you get full understanding. Again, there's going to be many more videos I do like this. So just keep a lookout for that. In fact, just to give you a heads up of what's coming over the next few days and weeks, when I was presented this, I went through and I picked at least 2 problems from every section of the SAT. If you remember from the intro video, there's 4 different sections of problems. There's the heart of algebra, the section we did today, problem solving and data analysis, passport to advanced mathematics, and then the additional topics, which is your geometry and trigonometry problems. And I went through and I took at least 2 problems from each of those sections that we're going to go over these next few weeks. Aside from that, I also have one that goes over every formula on the formula sheet. So anything that you might be unfamiliar with there, we're going to have a video dedicated completely to that. And then recently, I also had a request to make a video about using the TI-84 calculator that you have to use on the SAT. So that's also coming your way. So just keep a lookout for those. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you at the next video.